in the singing of her national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, where so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Captain, please.
Turning our attention to the center of the field, we will have the coin flip representing Rio Grande City Rattlers, number 8, Mark Bettis, number 10, Mario Garza, number 23, Angel Galvan. And number 90, Anthony Ortiz. Representing the PSJA Memorial Early College High School, number 18, Anthony Pedraza. Number 23, Alexis Cortez. Number 54, Orlando Garcia. And number 99, Aaron Salazar.
Rio Grande City has won the coin toss. They've elected to receive on the south end of the field. Gentlemen, we're ready to play ball.
Welcome to PSJA Stadium, week 6 of high school football. After a little weather delay, we are ready for some action in District 16-5A Division 1, where the PSJA Memorial Wolverines are going to be hosting tonight the Rio Grande City Rattlers. Along with me, my student reporters, we're going to be seeing a lot of stuff going on during the game and around our stadium, Olga.
Yes, later today we'll be talking about Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I can't wait.
And Olga?
Oh, we're going to be talking to the president of choir here, the program we have here, about the upcoming events that are going to happen.
Thank you very much, Alex. Let's take it upstairs for the beginning of the game, and we'll be right back with more action.
Sponsored by Espino Tires.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to PSJ ISD football. Welcome to the beautiful PSJA Stadium, home of DHR Healthfield, where tonight the hard-working crew at KTRI will bring you Thursday night football, featuring your very own PSJ Memorial Wolverines hosting the Rio Grande City Rattlers in a pivotal District 16-5A Division 1 matchup. I'm Javi Martinez, and with me is Mike Vives. Damian Viesca is our stat man. Big matchup tonight. The Wolverines trying to get their first win. The Rattlers trying to stay in the hunt in District 16-5A. Mike, welcome to the booth. What are your thoughts tonight?
Thank you, Javi. Glad to be here. Interesting matchup, Javi. Like you're mentioning. Hey, PSJ Memorial coming off a close loss last week to Brownsville Pace, 28-22, and that's because Brownsville Pace right now is 4-0 in district. So you know they want to have that one back. Same thing with Rio. Rio's coming off a good win from Brownsville Veterans, 36-13. So, you know, let's see who shows up today for both teams, Javi. You know, we've seen it before where, you know, they're supposed to be winning, you know, it's 0-0 at the half. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Mike. You know, throw out all stats when it comes to football. And any sport, really, it doesn't matter what you look like on paper. It's what you do on the field. And tonight, the Rattlers win the coin flip. They elect to receive, and they will start their first possession at their own 25-yard line. Mario Garza under center. Quick dive up the middle. That's going to net about 9 yards on first down.
Good cut up right there. I don't see no green at all, Javi. By the time that happens, he's already 9 yards into down the field.
Quick pass to the outside is going to be incomplete. That was very close to being a backward lateral, but it's going to mark an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and 1, and of course that was Mario Garza at quarterback. He leads the district in passing with 1,111 yards, 13 touchdown passes to just 1 interception. On 3rd and short, they're going to give it to the running back, Galvan. He's going to sneak forward for a couple yards, and that'll be the initial first down of the ball game belonging to the Rattlers.
Yeah, good job on the D. I mean, they read it a little bit better. Still, you know, Rattlers to get the first down, though.
So a new set of downs for the Rattlers, and Garza drops back, looks to pass, scrambles out to his right, has a man wide open at the 45, sails right through his hands, so incomplete pass. That would have been a big gain for the Rattlers, but instead it'll be 2nd and 10.
Had a chance to be an interception there, Javi. We've seen that before.
Yeah, it's always dangerous when the ball goes to the receiver's hands, where the tip drill, and that time the Wolverines couldn't corral it. Heavy pressure, he eludes 2 defenders, scrambles, tries to find a man deep, elects to run it as Garza gets past the 40, dodges a couple of would-be tacklers, gets all the way to the 45-yard line. So good job by the secondary of the Wolverines, but the Wolverines could just not corral the quarterback.
Yeah, right there on the replay, I mean, pretty much 2 of them. He just did a little spun out of there, kept on going, pretending like he was going to pass it, stiffed arm, kept on going.
Garza comes in with only 39 yards rushing on 33 attempts. He's got 3 touchdowns rushing, though. He's more of a pocket passer, and there again, great pressure by the Wolverine defense. Garza sneaks out of that once again, maneuvers his way to the 48-yard line, and that should be enough for another Rattler first down.
Yeah, get up for that D-line getting in there. But they gotta wrap up. The shoulder tackle's not gonna work.
You're absolutely right. They are putting pressure on the quarterback, on Garza, but just not able to bring him down. That's giving the Rattlers enough yards once again for a first down. Quickly, Garza shoots it outside. Big running room for the receiver. He's going to sneak around the edge. Finally gets dragged out of bounds is number 2, Aaron Maruquin.
That was an easy pitch pass there. Sometimes you get yards and sometimes you don't, but here, good yardage on this one.
Yeah, Marroquin with 265 yards receiving, and the Rattlers are going to get a lot more yards now. This time it's their running back with the reception, and that is Angel Galvan. And that's going to put the Rattlers inside the red zone. In fact, they're going to be sitting on first and goal at the 5-yard line after a 26-yard completion. So the Wolverines might call a timeout early. They're trying to stop the bleeding here as the Rattlers are having their way.
Yeah, I think it was too easy of a pass this previous play where it just nobody was in a green jersey in that area. So I think the defensive coaches want to talk a bit about it. I mean, good job by number 4 Michael Munoz for that saving that touchdown. But you know, it was too easy on that play right there.
Yes, it was. The quarterback, Mario Garza, as we mentioned, leading passer in District 16 5A Division 1. First 2 attempts were incomplete. The next 2 picks up big yardage, big chunks of yards. I believe he's near 50 yards passing already. 47 yards passing on 2 completions, 2 of 4. Doing a great job. And as you watch the game unfold, Mike, you know, the Wolverines are in position. They're not making tackles, bottom line, and that is what is enabling the Rattlers to put big plays together. First and goal upcoming. Shotgun is Garza. Looks to his left, fires, has a man open. A diving attempt is incomplete. That was number 5, J.C. Nunez. The intended receiver sails over a diving effort there, so that'll bring up second and goal.
That was a good job by the defense right there, Michael Munoz, in that coverage. Made it a little tough for him to get free.
Back to action. Garza's pass is deflected. This time the intended receiver was Aaron Marroquin, who already has a reception on the evening. 3rd down. So the Wolverines trying to get a defensive stop here.
That was a good job by the D-line. They're always, coach, if you can't get through, hey, put your hands up. You might cause something.
And they did. They deflected that pass on 3rd down. They run up the middle, caught in the backfield, but manages to sneak through the first would-be tacklers and getting down all the way inside the 1-yard line. So that'll be 4th down and goal upcoming for the Rattlers on their opening possession. Started at their own 25-yard line. 11 plays later, they're knocking at the door. And a quarterback keeper, at first glance, he appeared to be stopped. And then he found a hole around his right tackle, dives in. So Garza does it himself, scores his 4th rushing touchdown, and the Rattlers take an early 6-0 lead.
It looks like he bounced off his center, helped him out a bit, and regrouped and went back in there.
So Montes with the extra point attempt is good. So just like that, the Rattlers take the opening possession. After they win the coin toss, they elect to receive, march down the field, 75 yards on 12 plays, capped off by Mario Garza's 1-yard quarterback keeper with 9:47 remaining here at PSJA Stadium, DHR Hillfield. The visitors from Rio Grande City, 7. PSJA Memorial Wolverines, 0.
Thanks for watching Rio Sports Live.
Rio Sports 5, number 1.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
We'll be kicking off after a 75-yard touchdown drive. Short kick lands, takes a backwards bounce, and that's a loose ball. I believe a Rattler was the first one to put his hands on it. So mad scramble on the floor. I think two men are fighting for it. See who has possession. And I think it'll be Wolverine football. So the Wolverines escape. Disaster right there. That was dangerous. And we've seen that a lot, Mike. A lot of those little pooch punts, kickoffs that really land in no man's land. And it's hard because, of course, predominantly every field now is turf. And it's hard to dictate which way the ball's going to bounce. Fortunately for the Wolverines, they recover that kick. But they are slow to come off the sidelines. And they're calling their second timeout.
It's almost like an onside kick right there, but it's real deceptive because he, gets a lot of hang time, gives enough time for the kickoff team to get down there and recover the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's, and you think about that, Mike, the good hands people are the return men, deep. You got your big blockers up front, and your middlemen are kind of intermediate players. They got
like your
decent
linebackers.
speed, more blocking if anything, and I think it's time to change that up. You need to get 4 good
Hands screw in the back.
hands people out there with skill to catch the ball and return it. So it'll be first down for number 14 for the Wolverines. Alex Leyva at quarterback, shotgun formation. A give is up the middle. Good run up the middle. Getting a lot of help from that offensive line, getting pushed forward. That's what you like to see from that offensive line, not quitting, helping the running back gain about 7 yards on first down.
That was a good zone read right there. Just get up the middle.
Can you give me a mic check, please?
Mm-hmm.
He gained 4, but with the help of his lineman, he gained another 3.
Yeah, they're going to officially
Mic
spot
check,
him at
mic
the
check.
35. Got hit right at the line of scrimmage, as you mentioned. They're going to credit him with 8 yards. On second and short, once again in shotgun formation are the Wolverines. A good open field run right there by their running back, Anthony Pedraza. Pedraza had a good game last week against Brownsville Pace. Picks up right where he left off.
Almost got it caught in the back in the backfield, but turned on the boosters, stiff arm a little bit there and kept on running tough.
Mm-hmm. So 2 carries for Pedraza, nets 23 yards, and the Wolverines are quickly right at midfield as they are trying to answer the Rattlers' touchdown on the opening drive of the game. 3 receivers set out to the left. Leyva gives it up the middle again to his running back, who bounces it just off the tackle. Another solid run, 4 yards for the Wolverines.
He's getting positive yards. I mean, that's what you want to see. You don't want to see, third and forever. Little by little, getting those yards in, making the third down manageable.
Yeah, it's a good place to be right here. It opens up the playbook. And let's see what the Wolverines decide to do here on 2nd and 6. They're going to keep it on the ground. Another big bruising run right there by Pedraza. Lowers his shoulders at the very end. Gains a couple more yards. So you got to give a lot of credit, Mike. That offensive line for the Wolverines is doing the job.
Yeah, right there in the replay, you can see him. And good job on the line blocking, and making it easier for Anthony to get right through there.
14 yards on that carry. Pedraza having a heck of a first quarter, heck of a first series of play right here for the Wolverines offensive line, dominating the line of scrimmage. The snap, the give is up the middle once again. This time meant for a shorter gain, maybe about 2. And the Wolverines are now at the Rattlers' 30-yard line. So, Mike, no secret right now. 5 plays, all running, all to Pedraza. I wonder what's going to happen here on play number 6. On 2nd and 8 at the Rattler 30-yard line. The Wolverines trying to answer a score. Right now they trail the Rattlers 7-0 midway through the first quarter. It's Pedraza to the left, and he barrels for a couple more yards after contact. And that'll be enough for another first down. As Pedraza moves, so do the Wolverines.
Yeah, because I was going to call a double reverse pass, Javi.
Well, it's coming, but right now, stick to what's working. They get all the way to the 26-yard lines. Every yard gain has come via the legs of Pedraza. This Wolverine drive started at their own 27-yard line. They're moving the ball extremely well on the ground, yet to throw a pass. Leyva is about to pass for the first time this evening. He's got a man streaking down the field on the left corner of the end zone, and that is going to be caught for a touchdown. Great toss, great reception. The Wolverines strike, and they strike fast from 26 yards out. Leyva to Munoz. Munoz gets his third touchdown reception of the season. Leyva with his 10th touchdown pass.
Good job on the line, giving him enough time to throw. That defender had no chance, never looked back. Pretty much Mike Munoz had that all the way down the sideline. Good job on that catch and throw. Good job on the line.
And the extra point is no good.
Yep.
So with 6:41 remaining here in the opening quarter. Great start to a football game, Mike. Both teams early on scoring the first possessions. And we're going to take a quick break, sending it downstairs to Miss Olga.
Hi, I'm here with PSJA Memorial Early College High School Principal Dr. Roddy Vela. He is here to talk about more about Breast Cancer Awareness Month and how we're spreading awareness at our school.
So at PSJA Memorial this month, we're talking about and spreading breast cancer awareness to our community, our staff. A lot of our student organizations are working with each other, not just by wearing the color pink, but talking about in our K classes, our English classes, about the importance of early detection, making sure that we know about the different types of cancer. Obviously, it's breast cancer awareness, so that's the importance. But I think that all of our students spreading that, talking about it, knowing about it, talking to our parents about it, our community is really helping spread the word so that the detection is there. We're visiting doctors. Doctors are coming in, and so that our student body and our community understands the importance of it.
Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you there, Olga Ibarra. Fine reporting, and of course that was Dr. Rowdy Vela, principal at PSJA Memorial. Must be proud right now as the Wolverines score a touchdown. Here the Rattlers take the kickoff all the way from their end zone, crosses the 30, 35, bangs all the way to the 40-yard line. They're going to mark him out at the 30-yard line, though. That's where he stepped out of bounds, so that's where the Rattlers will take over on their second possession. So, Mike, both teams have the ball once. Both teams score. The only difference is Rio Grande converted the extra point. The Wolverines did not. 7-6 with 6.5 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter.
Hopefully it doesn't come down to a one-point game, Javi. That will make a big difference. Right now, not so much, but towards the end it might.
Garza passes, looks deep. That is picked off at the 45-yard line by Munoz, I believe. Streaking past midfield, gets bounced out of bounds hard at the 32-yard line. Great return, about a 22-yard return right there by Munoz after that interception. So he's got a touchdown in his back pocket, now an interception, and the Wolverines are on fire.
Yeah, that Rio quarterback just pretty much, I think he floated it too much. Munoz was thinking, I guess he was on offense again. Just came in for that ball and, deja vu again.
So the Wolverines are going to set up shop at the Rattlers' 32-yard line. Excellent field position, a great opportunity right here for the Wolverines, who have laid a momentum on their side this evening, trying to take the lead for the first time. Munoz. Gives the Wolverines great field position. That time a run by Omar Diaz of the Wolverines. That's going to net another 2 to 3 yards. So once again, Mike, the Wolverines are playing extremely well. Maybe last week was no fluke. They're for real. They've gelled. They're maturing, and they're a legitimate football team now.
That's what you want to see. You want to see progress, over the season. You don't want it to where, it goes the opposite way. So they're doing a good job right now moving the ball.
They're playing well offensively and defensively. And the Wolverines test the middle once again, tripped up. A lot of running room right there if he could stay on his feet for Pedraza. He gets tripped up, and still a good 4 to 5 yards on that play.
Right there in the replay, just pretty much up the middle, just shoelace tackle. I mean, if he would have gotten a high step through there, he would have got more yards.
So that brings up a 33 for the Wolverines at the Rattlers 25-yard line after a Munoz interception. They set up a screen. They got a couple of blockers. Can he get through that first wave? He does, and there is Pedraza dragged from behind. I thought he had daylight all the way to the end zone, but instead he gets dragged from behind at the 7-yard line. But nonetheless, great execution by the Wolverine offense.
Good setup on that that screen right there. Good blocking downfield. And he had it right. He saw it just from behind.
Great saving tackle right there by number 21, Eleazar Garcia of the Rattlers. First and goal for the Wolverines at the 7-yard line of the Rattlers. Leyva asks for the ball, gives it to his sturdy running back. Banging forward about to the 3-yard line. All depends on the forward momentum spot by the officials. And Pedraza well over 50 yards rushing on the evening. He's got 60 on 8 carries, an outstanding job. They're going to spot him at the 3-yard line, so good 4-yard pickup. You know, we got 4 on first on the ground. I say you get another 3 on second down via the ground, Mike. What do you think?
I think so. I mean, they're doing well on the ground. You know, but they also scored on the pass, so.
They say it's not broken. Don't try to fix it. They will run it. Tries to elude a couple defenders. Heads up field. Cannot get around the edge. Outstanding tackle by number 34 of the Rattlers, sealing the edge. Brian Pena, the senior linebacker, saved the tackle right there. In fact, that was a tackle for a loss. So the Wolverines go back to the 5-yard line after a 2-yard loss. That brings up 3rd and goal. I think it's 4-down territory here for the Wolverines. It's 3rd down and goal just inside the 5-yard line. Officially, they're going to mark him at the 4. Just a 1-yard loss on that play. Leyva, quarterback keeper, gets to about the 2-yard line. Good push by that offensive front, but just not enough to get into the end zone. They're going to spot him all the way to the 1, so Leyva does an outstanding job of receiving contact and getting yards after contact. So it'll be 4th and goal, just as the Rattlers had 4th and goal. It'll be the Wolverines with 4th and goal. The Rattlers, of course, might score on the quarterback keeper. You expect that from the Wolverines now?
Well, you know, with the line blocking like they have been, I mean, I don't see why not.
Full backfield for the Wolverines. Leyva flanked by Pedraza and Diaz. Awaits a snap. He's going to drop back to pass. Fires, has a man wide open in the corner of the end zone. They fake everybody out. What great play calling by Coach Brown. That is number 13 with the reception, Yair Miramontes. And I tell you what, that caught everybody by surprise, especially the Rattler defense. Touchdown, Wolverines.
That was a good play setup right there. Good pass, good catch. Nobody was there. You could set up shop, have a picnic, do whatever back there.
So Miramontes with a 1-yard reception for a touchdown off the arm of Leyva. So Leyva now has 2 touchdown passes. The Wolverines capitalize on that interception by Munoz and have taken a 12-7 lead pending the extra point. So a 32-yard touchdown drive was capped off by a pass from Leyva to Miramontes. And we have a brief timeout. Not sure what's going on. Leyva right now in the early going is 2 for 3 for 40 yards. But more importantly, for 40 yards passing and 2 touchdowns, Pedraza on 8 carries has 60 yards. Excuse me, 3 for 3. My apologies there to Mr. Leyva, who is perfect on the evening passing the ball. Thank you, our stat man, Damian Viescas, right there, correcting me.
12 12 men on the field prior to the snap. The option was half the distance and do the try, and that's the option the coach chose. Thank you.
So the extra point will resume after that lengthy explanation. The Wolverines gain half a yard. The extra point is up. This time it is booted through. And the Wolverines will now take a 13-7 lead with 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter here at beautiful PSJA Stadium, home of DHR Health Field.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the prices? It's a Hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a 2019 Ford EcoSport with navigation and an 8-inch touchscreen for just $17,495.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Rattlers, two deep men about to receive are sitting at the 10-yard line. Their middlemen are at the 30. It'll be a longer kickoff. Good high end over end kickoff fielded at about the 1-yard line. Rattlers quickly get it up to the 20, the 25, trying to pick up a couple blockers up. Reverses his field. Can he get one more blocker? He outruns the defender and gets tackled at the 49-yard line. Great job right there on the return by the Rattlers. That was an outstanding run. Great vision. And they're going to set up shop inside the Wolverines territory at the 49-yard line.
And actually, number 11, the kicker, Robert Mama, was the one that made the tackle.
He made the tackle. Touchdown saving tackle at that. And quickly up to the line of scrimmage are the Rattlers, led by their quarterback, Mario Garza. He's going to hand it off to his running back, Angel Galvan. And Galvan, they lose a couple tacklers. He is off to the races, the 20, the 15, the 10. Touchdown, Rattlers. Galvan gallops 49 yards on first down for a touchdown. Lightning in the bottle for the Rattlers. And I tell you what, this is going to be a great, great matchup this evening with both offenses just humming this evening.
I think they made it that look too easy, Javi. Pretty much just stretch play outside, good blocking downfield. After that, see you later.
You can see there, he just turned on the afterburners, and there's no way any Wolverine defender was going to catch him. Streaking down the sideline was Angel Galvan. The extra point is going to be good. So the Rattlers answer the Wolverines touchdown with a touchdown of their own off the legs of Angel Galvan. His 5th touchdown of the season. He came in as the 4th leading receiver in district with 312 yards. He's well over 350 now.
And thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
So both teams moving at will right now. Big plays has been the story this evening. Another little pooch kickoff. This time, much better job by the Wolverines fielding it at their own 35, moving forward to about the 39-yard line. So that's where the Wolverines will start their third possession of the ball game as they trail by 1 point. Of course, we have Alex Leiva, 3 for 3 passing in the ball game, 2 touchdown passes, and Anthony Pedraza with 60 yards rushing on 8 carries. So a lot of productivity for the Wolverine offense. Let's see if it can continue here on their third possession. First down give, and again, Mike, give credit where credit is due. That offensive line is doing a bang-up job up front.
Yeah, like every play they have is 3-4 yards. I mean, that's what you want. That's what you want to see. Good job on the line. Look at that pancake right there. Good hard running. Giving it, making it easy for Anthony to get through there.
Pedraza not getting hit until we get to the second level. 2nd and 6 coming after a 4-yard pickup. They're going to feed the ball on the ground once again. A good block around the edge. That springs Pedraza. And Pedraza is going to get all the way to about the 27-yard line. Key blocks right there on the outside. That was the key to that run.
Yeah, and no surprise there. Anthony pretty much takes it outside. Good job high stepping over that defender right there. Tries to stiff arm, but regardless, good pickup on that play.
So the ball will now sit at the Rattlers' 37-yard line. Making some noise as we have a minute left here in the first quarter are the Wolverines. Pedraza's numbers called once again. This time he'll get all the way to the 30 line. Short pickup, 2 yards, brings up a 2nd and 8.
It's 2 yards, Javi. At least it wasn't -2.
Brian Pena, once again with a tackle for the Rattlers. He's had a few tackles this evening. 2nd down. 3 receivers set out. Camera crew here at KTRI. Boy, he's doing a fine job. A lot of youngsters out there in the fans. Gotta love it. Beautiful weather right now as we are in early fall. It's the first few days of October. I think we have a cold front coming in rather soon, so get your jackets out, your sweaters.
That's right, Javi. Monday's will be high of 95, and Tuesday will be high of 89.
There we go.
That's a cold front right there for us here in the valley.
Got to look in the closet, make sure I get my turtleneck ready for Tuesday.
Bring out that big snow jacket.
It did snow a couple years ago. I remember that.
It snowed like, was it 2 hours?
Mm-hmm. And the kickoff, this time a long kickoff. The Wolverines are expecting that short kick. This time the return man has to drift back all the way to his 5. Gets dragged down from behind at the 19-yard line. So that is where the Wolverines will take over their 4th possession of the ball game, their worst starting field position as a and it'll be 2nd down upcoming, 2nd and 5 for the Wolverines at the 24-yard line. Leiva once again handing the ball off. This time it will be Pedraza, and Pedraza shoots forward to the 31-yard line for 6 yards and a Wolverine first down.
Good job on that. Zone read, good patience, waiting for his block to set up. Good hard running right there.
Yeah, I really love the way Pedraza finishes his runs. Anthony Pedraza just lowers his shoulders, doesn't give up anything. He initiates the contact, leans forward, gains a yard or 2 extra after that. 1st and 10, move the chains for the Wolverines. 6th first down of the ball game with that offensive unit doing a great job this evening. Leiva looking to pad his stats, finds a man streaking at the 40, complete, bounces off a couple defenders, finally spun down at about the 49-yard line. Great reception right there by number 13 of the Wolverines, doing an outstanding job of catching and maneuvering for a first down.
Yeah, good job on the quarterback. Put good zip on that streaking receiver going across. Good catch, good throw. Good job line as well. Giving him time to throw.
So that was number 13, Yair Miramontes with the reception. We've called his name before. And the Wolverines on first down, new set of downs at the Rattlers 49-yard line are going to bang it forward for about 2 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Good job on the outside. Pretty much try to arm tackle, and that's not going to work with Anthony. Pretty much busted right through there.
Made a little something out of nothing. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 8. 9.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Rio Grande City up 21-13, but the Wolverines on the march and another outstanding run. I tell you what, the Wolverines have come out inspired, and Pedraza is leading the charge.
Don't Reed pretty much decided to cut up the middle. Almost got tackled at the line of scrimmage. Good hard running by Anthony.
Good 9-yard pickup. That'll be another first down. The third one of this possession, which of course started at the Wolverine 19-yard line, already at the Rattlers 38. Leva. Shotgun formation. They're going to give it to Omar Diaz, and Omar Diaz just barrels through. Great job right there by Diaz, manufacturing 4 yards, getting to the Rattlers 35-yard line.
That's good run up the middle. Nothing special, just, hard-nosed football right there.
Second and 7. Upcoming for the Wolverines. This is where they got in trouble last time. They got inside the 40. They couldn't do much after that. Good run around the right tackle once again by Diaz. He's going to get himself to the 29-yard line. That'll make it a very manageable third down upcoming for the Wolverines.
Now it's Omar Diaz, pretty much the right side of the Rio Grande defensive line. Still got some good yards on there. Hard running.
Yeah, good 5-yard pickup. Very manageable. Third down upcoming. 3rd and 2. The first down marker sits at the 28-yard line of the Rattlers. I'm sure the Wolverines are in 4-down territory here as they trail by 1 score, 21-13. Neva gets a snap, gives it to his running back. A lot of running room over the left tackle, turning it upfield, busting forward to the 19-yard line. And again, that was Omar Diaz. 11-yard pickup when they needed 2. The Wolverines are on the march, and they look really, really solid right now.
Good job, Omar, having that good vision, just, cutting it up, when he saw that hole open up.
The Wolverines with 188 total yards, 128 of those coming via the running game. So 2/3 of their offense this evening coming on the ground. A give to Diaz again, met at the line of scrimmage, but spins forward. Gets tackled at about the 17-yard line. So the Wolverines doing a good job of rotating their running backs with Pedraza and Diaz handling the workload. Levas try to rush at once. Not very effective though. I think they've had more success in between the tackles and bouncing it outside. Let's see if they elect to challenge that defensive front of the Rattlers once again. They will. Big gaping hole and rushing in for the touchdown. Anthony Pedraza just inside the right tackle. Great gaping hole. He exploits it. Explodes for a 17-yard touchdown run. And the Wolverines are a 2-point conversion from tying this ball game.
You call that right, right between the tackles, right up the middle, right over the center actually. Good hard running. First guy to touch him was pretty much, and he already scored. Good hard running by Anthony. Good job by the line.
Caps off an 81-yard touchdown drive. The extra point almost mishandled the snap again Great job by the placeholder right there. The extra point is up, and it is good. The Wolverines have cut the lead to 21-20. So
Hi, we're Mackay Bulldogs. Thanks for watching Real Sports Live.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
last name, and I believe it is Cordero. Alex Cordero, great job. Of course, we have Olga and Alex reporting on the sidelines with Mr. Pedro Leija. So we're anticipating another great kickoff, and it's a pooch punt. It seems when the teams kick off from the south end of the end zone, it's a little shorter kickoff, and this time it works to perfection for the Rattlers. But did they say, well, we got a stall here. I think they may have said he kind of called for a fair catch. There we see some happy fans on the Wolverine side. And that is our Lady Wolverines basketball and volleyball teams showing their support of the football team. I tell you what, Mike, they've been winning over there on the ladies side. I want to say they made the playoffs with the volleyball team, with the girls basketball team, and the girls softball team. The softball team, actually, we got to cover that last year, and they lost to the eventual state runner-ups, the Callan Wildcats. And on first down, the Rattlers are running wild as they cross the 40-yard line. So the Rattlers start their drive at the 29 on first down, pick up 12 yards on the ground. Garza looks under pressure, gets out of the pocket, has a lot of running room, still on his feet, crosses midfield, gets tackled at the 45-yard line. So two plays, two big chunk yard plays right there, and the Rattlers are now at the Wolverines' 45-yard line. The Rattlers pretty even on the evening, and they're going to run off another big gain up the middle, 107 yards passing, 103 yards rushing before that play. So the Rattlers, Mike, I mean, I don't know what else to say, but effectiveness is a key. They run three plays. They start at their own 29-yard line. 3 plays later, they're sitting at the Wolverines 21, and that is exactly why Coach Brown in his first year has had to exhaust all 3 timeouts already here with 5:25 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, look at the real coaches expecting them to score in 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pretty much no huddle, go to the line, long plays. On the other hand, Wolverines, you know, taking their time, driving the field, you know, taking time off the clock. So
right.
Both effective on both sides, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's a key point right there that you made, Mike. You know, sometimes your best defense is a good ball control offense, and I'm sure that's what Coach Brown is saying. You know, these Rattlers are tough. Of course, it's a game of 2 first-year coaches. You know, Coach Brown on the side for the Wolverines, and Coach Mireles is a first-year coach over there at Rio Grande City. And he's really changed the program around. Usually they're a running team. They do a lot more passing now. big wrinkle that team's got to defend. And defend the Wolverines cannot, as they have the quarterback bottled up in the backfield, quarterback sack. Instead, Mario Garza runs forward and loses a couple defenders, breaks through one tackle, and ends up at the Wolverine 15-yard line.
What a rollout. I mean, right there, would have been tackled for a loss, but low deceptive speed on the quarterback right there.
Oh, great elusiveness right there, dodging a would-be tackler. 2nd and 3 upcoming. Rattlers at the Wolverines 15. Much better job right there on the run stop by the Wolverine defense. And we have our first penalty. Our statman, Damian Viesca, is quick to mention that is the first penalty flag thrown this evening.
On the defense, the 5-yard penalty. Result of the flag will be a first down.
Well, Mike, those are the ones that sting the nostrils right there. You know, you get a great defensive stop. You stop them at the line of scrimmage, and instead it's an offside penalty. That'll bring up 1st and goal for the Rattlers just inside the 10-yard line. Garza with a little pass up the middle, uncontested. Touchdown, Rattlers. Garza to Maruquin. And the Rattlers answer quickly. They will take now a 27-20 lead. So Garza with another touchdown strike. Here we see just too easy. Great pocket, great pass, great reception. All that equals into a Rattler touchdown. The extra point will be good. So with 4.5 minutes remaining here at PSJA Stadium, a good football game. Two District 16 5A Division I teams going at it, going back and forth battle. Right now the Rattlers with the upper hand over the Wolverines, 28-20.
Real Sports Live.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Yeah, they're both moving the ball well. They're both moving the ball extremely well. Not too much defense. And, you know, it's interesting, Mike. You know, both defense have had chances to make plays, make stops. It's just the offense right now executing at a higher level. A couple missed tackles, and who knows what this game would be. But right now we're seeing a fine, dandy football game with 4.5 minutes remaining, 4:32 to be exact. The Rattlers will be kicking off to the Wolverines. Rattlers up by 8, 28-20. After that touchdown pass by Garza, Garza has 116 yards passing on the evening. The return man for the Wolverines will return it, maybe get past the 25. Maybe they're going to mark them at about the 26, 27 yard line, and that's where the Wolverines will start their next possession with no timeouts and 4:25 remaining in the half. Let's see if the Wolverines can cut into the lead. And do we have a penalty there?
Kicking team offside. Wolverines will take option A, which is a 5-yard penalty with a re-kick.
So the second penalty of the ball game goes to it's another offside call, this time against the kicking unit. And I love this. I love the fact that Coach Brown is going to make the Rattlers kick off again, because the kickoff unit just hustled down the field about 60, 70 yards, and I'm sure they're winded. They're going to have to redo it again. So the Wolverines now, their deep man will set at the 15-yard line with a great opportunity to give the Wolverines much better field position. course, after that initial kick, before the penalty, the Wolverines would have been starting at their own 27-yard line. Let's see if they can add some yardage to that after that penalty. The deep men now scoot up all the way to the 20-yard line for the Wolverines. A high towering kick. Good job of the Wolverines making that reception, because two Wolverine men banged into each other. That could have been chaos right there, but instead the Wolverines will take over at their own 46-yard line, and so the plus 19 after that penalty. So that's a costly penalty on the kickoff unit of the Rattlers.
Good job of the Wolverines expecting that. They're maybe expecting another deep kick, but tried it onside on that one.
Yeah, I think, though, on that one, as soon as it goes up in the air, somebody's got to wait for a fair catch, because you're a dead sitting duck with somebody getting after you. And on first down, quickly up the middle are the Wolverines, dragged from behind. That's when you wish, the quality of jerseys weren't the quality of jerseys that we have nowadays, because that should have been a ripped jersey, and he could have ran for a lot more yards.
See right there in the replay, good patience right there. Pretty much, that's all you have with a jersey.
Got to hand it to Nike, making quality uniforms. Crossing midfield are the Wolverines at the 49-yard line. A bobbled snap maintained by Pedraza, though. Leyva had trouble with the snap, but does get it to his running back, and the Wolverines manufacture another good run, and that'll be enough for another Wolverine first down, now sitting at the Rattlers 44-yard line.
Was that almost a fumble? I mean, or was that
No, it wasn't a fumble. It's just he bobbled the snap, mishandled it a bit.
Was that part of the play?
Maybe. You never know nowadays. And on first down, much more synchronized play is up the middle. And again, that offensive line of PSJA Memorial, we'll get some names in a little bit. They are doing a great job of firing off the ball and executing extremely well, giving Pedraza and Diaz great running lanes. After a 4-yard gain, the ball sits at the 40-yard line. 3 minutes remaining. Of course, the Wolverines had to use all 3 timeouts defensively. Leyva gives it to his running back once again. A couple tough yards. Brings up a 3rd and long upcoming for the Wolverines. So 3rd and 4 upcoming. Wolverines taking their time in the huddle. 2:25 remaining in the half. No timeouts, as we mentioned. The Rattlers have all 3 of theirs at their disposal. Leyva with 3 receivers split out to his right. 1 low receiver to his left. He's going to look. He looks. He's going to fire to his left. He's got Munoz double covered. Great job right there by the coverage. Secondary with a great coverage right there. And just, the numbers weren't there. The numbers weren't there for Leyva. He tried to force one in. Does not. That brings up a 4th down. Clock stops at 2:06 remaining in the first half. Memorial trying to cut the lead, and of course the Wolverines will receive the ball to start the second half. So a lot of points can be gained on these next 2 positions by the Wolverines, but first they need to pick up a 4th down and 5. Leyva drops back, looking to pass under heavy pressure, and again, both times the Wolverines have elected to go for it on 4th down at about the 40-yard line. Both times the result is a quarterback sack, and the Rattlers will take over on downs.
I think they were setting the house on that one, Javi, for sure. They were blitzing. I think 12 men came through.
Yeah, it did appear that the Rattlers had a few more men on the field, as the Wolverines offensive line just could not find the numbers to block all the charging linemen that came through that line of scrimmage. So the Rattlers will sit at their own 45-yard line with 2 minutes remaining exactly. and 3 timeouts. So the Rattlers trying to pad their 8-point lead. They lead right now 28-20. The ground game around the left side of that offensive front and gaining good yardage, and more importantly for the Rattlers, not just gaining about 12, 13 yards on that carry, they will get out of bounds. So first down, Garza looking to pass, fires, has a man streaking down the sideline and connects at the 6. What a pass by Garza. The receiver, Ricky Falcon, streaks into the end zone, touchdown, Rattlers. I tell you what, Garza comes in as a leading receiver in District 16 5A Division 1, and now we can see why. He's got a laser arm, great accuracy, and I believe that is about the 4th receiver he's thrown a touchdown to this evening.
Yeah, good job in the backfield. I mean, he evaded some defenders, was able to see downfield his man streaking down the sideline. A good pass, good catch.
The extra point will be successful, so didn't take long for the Rattlers to strike. 2 plays, 55 yards. And just like that, the Rattlers have extended their lead to 15 with a minute 33 remaining in the half. It is now Rio Grande City 35, PSG Memorial 20.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
27 seconds. That's an average of about 2 yards a second.
Even that, I think the coaches might be mad. Too long of a time to...
That's quick. And I tell you what, these guys are for real. Rio Grande City, they lost to Mission Vets. Mission Vets is the so-called proverbial, team to beat in District 16 5A Division 1. And Rio Grande City, they look really strong. They look really strong right now. Of course, we still got a lot of football to go here at PSJA Stadium. The Wolverines will return this kickoff from their own 10. Not much doing. Great kickoff coverage. It seemed the return man ran right into the defenders. I think the Rattlers have figured out that the return unit is trying to return to the right side. Great job right there on the special teams by the Rattlers. And we're going to have a brief timeout with a minute 25 remaining here in the first half. And Mike, you want to go over some stats that we have so far here in the first half?
Yeah, no problem. Right now, RGC, Rio Grande City Rattlers, with a total yards of 299, 1 yard shy of 300. And on the other side, the Wolverines not doing bad as well.
Not too shabby.
217 as well. So I mean, both teams are firing on all cylinders. I mean, this is pretty much like an offensive debut right here.
Offensive units.
That's what
right
it is. Pretty much, back and forth. Of course, like we mentioned, Rio Grande with that 10-second, trying to score offense, and Wolverines, a little bit slower pace on that. As well as the quarterbacks. I mean, quarterbacks from both teams, pretty much. Leiva started off pretty good. For the Wolverines, right now he has 60 total yards, and pretty much has only missed twice.
Yeah, he's 4 for 6 passing for 60 yards, so he's done an outstanding job. The Wolverines with 157 yards rushing, led by Pedraza, who already has 137 yards. Big work day for him. We still have a minute 25 remaining in the first half. He's already had 19 carries. So big workload for him. And on the flip side, Rio Grande City, Mario Garza with 158 yards passing.
And on the rushing, I mean, we have Angel Galvan, number 23, with 87 yards. Also we have Mario Garza, quarterback, with 42. And total rushing at 141. So, I mean, both offenses clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah. When you have 5 different men on your team get in the end zone, that means a lot of things are working. And on first down, trying to work their way up the field are the Wolverines. Good pass by Leyva, just better secondary coverage right there. The intended receiver streaking down the sideline. Had a step on his man, just could not get to that football. Incomplete pass. That was Javier Escalante streaking down the sideline.
Good job by the defender using that 12th man, using the out of bounds as another defender right there. Keep pushing him out.
So after that incomplete pass, the Wolverines will be facing a 2nd and 10. The give is to Pedraza. And Pedraza with a short gain. That brings up a 3rd and long. So let's see if the Rattlers elect to use a timeout here with still over a minute remaining in the first half. The Rattlers still have all 3 of their timeouts. Of course, the Wolverines are going to slow it down. 26 remaining on the play clock, 55 on the game clock. And the Rattlers do elect to call a timeout. So they're going to put pressure on the Wolverines here to try to pick up those 10 yards. It's going to be those 7 yards for a first down.
That's interesting. I thought they were going to call timeout like at 20 seconds, Javi. That was enough time for them to score,
Yeah.
they think.
Valuable time went off the clock there. You know, the Wolverines.
City Rattlers, thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
We resume play. 54 seconds remaining in the half. 3rd down play upcoming for the Wolverines, and it's a big one. Busting it open is Pedraza, muscling his way all the way to the 34-yard line. He needed 7. Big run right there by Pedraza. That'll move the chains, and more importantly, keep the clock running.
Right there, good job on the O-line. I know we mentioned the O-line, and I know we have a right guard 60, Mark Palencia, right tackle, right guard 65, Karen Lopez, center 72, Jose Martinez, left guard 54, Orlando Garcia, and left tackle 73, David Carrillo.
There we go, folks. Give credit where credit is due, and I like to refer to them as the big uglies. They are the ones that make the money for the running backs and the quarterbacks. They don't get the glory, but I know they get the praise from their coaches. No praise on that one, though. Anytime you know, it's amazing. In our Hispanic culture, you give somebody praise and they let you down. I'm not sure why that is.
But regardless, I mean, they did a good job.
Yes, they did. The entire first half, they did an outstanding job and an outstanding performance here in the first half by both offenses. The Rattlers outplaying the Wolverines right now as we head into the half, 35-20, and we headed down to Pedro and the halftime entertainment.
Thank you. It's been a great first half, but now we are ready for the halftime show. Jasmine, what are we going to be seeing from the visiting team?
Today, the Rio Grande City Marching Band will be performing Lina River under the direction of Eric Garza.
And Alex, how about our home team?
The Mighty Green Machine Band will be performing Dia de los Muertos under the direction of Mr. Lopez.
All right, let's go enjoy the show, and we'll be right back in 30 minutes.
the Rattlerette drill team. Your officers are Captain Dana Flores, Captain Jennifer Lopez, and Major Carolina Garcia. Rattlerette of the week is Jaden Guerra. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
You don't gotta go to work. Let my body do the work. 1, 2, 3, come on, girl. It's time to light inside the universe now, 'cause I'm about to put them on.
Excuse me, are you feeling fierce?
So you wanna party? So you wanna dance? You better know someone that likes one of my friends. You wanna get higher, spin it round and round and round and round like that. I put a little twist in my hips, kiss on my lips, ice on my wrist, 'cause I'm hot, hot, hot.
But you're moving so carefully, let's start living dangerously.
Talk to me, baby. I'm rolling up the mirror, sweet baby, whoa. Let's lose our minds and go crazy, crazy. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Keep on moving, body on shit.
Last thing you're doing is how to do where you from? Move fast, move fast, move fast. Yak it to the yak. Got a new idea, let me switch it. Different. Microphone gripping it, getting these Benjamins, whipping it.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Leading the band this year are drum majors Ivlis Flores, daughter of Hugo and Silvia Flores, Adrian Garcia, son of Silvano and Rosie Garcia, and Jose Sanchez, son of Monica Negrete. Color guard captain Ashley Aguirre. Color guard co-captains are Kenny Peña and Jennifer Lopez. Tonight, the band will proudly perform their 2019 UAL show entitled Like a River. Featured soloists are Jimena Hinojosa on clarinet, Dana E. Garcia on alto sax, Sebastian Herrera on tenor sax, Juliana Guerra on flute, Adalberto Garza on trumpet, and Jacqueline Ellert on clarinet. Featured color guard soloists are Kenny Peña and Arisa Hernandez. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the loud, the proud, the pride of Rio Grande, the mighty marching Rattler Band!
Superintendent of Schools is Vilma Garza. High school principal is Jorge Peña. Directors for the band are Josue Alanis, Lizette Alanis, Raymond Alanis, Gumaro Barrera, Alfredo Cortinas, Alberto Diaz, Gabriel Hernandez, Orlando Herrera, Eduardo Hinojosa, Levi Landin, Rebecca Rubio, and Eric Garza. Section of the week is the clarinet section. The Rattler Band would like to wish the best of luck to the Wolverine Band this marching season. Thank you very much for your kind attention, and go Rattlers!
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Hi, we're Mission Veterans, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
The dancers are under the direction of Ms. Aileen Osuna and Assistant Director Ms. Maribel Martinez. The 2019-2020 Dazzler officers are Lieutenant Alina Caballero, Lieutenant Monique Cavazos, Second Captain Brianna Mendoza, First Captain Victoria Etheridge, and Major Ariana Solis. The directors and officers would like to recognize the following Dazzler for their dedication, enthusiasm, and determination. Congratulations to the Dazzler of the Week, Kayla Guajardo. Tonight, the Dazzlers will perform a palm routine to the hit song titled Sucker. Ladies and gentlemen, the award-winning PSJA Memorial Dazzlers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the 2019-2020 PSJA Memorial Early College High School Mighty Green Machine Band. The Wolverine Band is led by head drum major Arturo Cantu and assistant drum major Hadassah Aviles. Color guard captains are Elaine Riojas and Nestor Cano. Outstanding band members of the week are the seniors. Upperclassman of the week is Dario Guajardo. Freshman of the week is Gael Garza. Color guard member of the week is Crystal Contreras. The Wolverine Band will perform their 2019 UIL show titled Dia de los Muertos. Take it away, Wolverine Band! The mighty Green Machine Band would like to thank our Superintendent, Dr. Jorge Luis Arredondo, our Principal, Dr. Rowdy Vela, and all of our fine administrators, parents, and band boosters for their continued support of fine arts in PSJA. We put the A in PSJA.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Thank you, guys. We're ready for the second half. The Wolverines, we're keeping it very close until the last few minutes of the first half. The good news is they usually average about 13 points per game. Right now, they're at 20, and the offense seems to be rolling. So let's hope for the best for the second half. Back to you guys.
Thank you there, Pedro. And the halftime entertainment here at PSJA Stadium, where both bands doing an outstanding job this evening. And both offenses, Mike, they're just dominating. The defense is kind of left clueless after the first half. 55 total points in the first half produced. The Rattlers, of course, coming into the third quarter with a 35-20 lead. Rattlers with 11 first downs, 299 yards of total offense. The Wolverines with 12 first downs and 226 yards of total offense. That means the Rattlers have had big plays and big strikes. What do you think, Mike?
I mean, both teams, both offenses getting it done. I mean, like you mentioned right now, 226 to 299 total yards. We have Alex Leiva for the Wolverines, with 60 total passing yards. Only 3 incompletes for that one. So, so far so good on the passing. I mean, on the running. I mean, they're doing an awesome job. 166 total rushing yards. Of course, leading the pack right there is Andy Pedaza with 152 yards on 21 carries. And not to forget Omar Diaz also, getting some playing time at the running back spot. Also, helping up Anthony when he gets, on those long runs with 27 yards on 7 carries. Also, they've done it through the air with passing with Michael Munoz, getting that nice touch on the back. He has 39 yards total, and I think we have Yair also with 21. So, I mean, overall, both offenses are clicking. Same thing on the RGC side. We have Mario Garza with 158 total yards. Only 4 incompletes, going 7 for 11. Running as well, 141. Pretty much it looks evenly matched. The score may not show it, but I mean both offenses are clicking. Defense are, like you said, Javi, what's going on? It's like you get a touchdown, pretty much back and forth right there.
It has been back and forth. Both offenses, as you mentioned, very explosive. The Wolverines a little bit more controlling the clock, a little bit more oriented via the ground attack. As we see the Wolverines again to start the second half will try to run the ball. This time nothing doing. Good defensive effort right there by the Rattlers. And of course the Rattlers offensively, they're airing it out. Very balanced team. They have a very good quarterback. They got good receivers. And, that's why the Rattlers are coming into this game at 4-1. They're 4-1, 3-1 in district. Of course, the Wolverines are trying to break into the win column this evening. They only trail by 15 here early in the third quarter. The Wolverines with the ball, trying to make some noise. They lose a yard on first down. It'll be 2nd and 11 upcoming. Leiva sets up a screen pass. It is snuffed out by the defense. Just nothing much doing right there. The Rattlers were anticipating.
Looks like the Rattlers went in halftime and game planned, pretty much, dialing everything in right now. I think Wolverines only can get actually -1 yard.
Yeah, they've lost a yard already here. It's 3rd and 11. And, of course, the halftime is not just for the entertainment purposes, but it is for the coaches to make adjustments. And let's see what adjustments each team makes to try to slow down the opposition's offense. That ball sails right through Munoz's hands. Great coverage right there by number 21 of the Rattlers. Eliasab Garcia hovering over Munoz, unable to complete that pass from Leyva. So a quick 3 and out for the Wolverines, and the Rattlers defense does a good job. So a rare punt this evening. In fact, I believe this may be the first one, if I'm not mistaken. It's a good one. High, booming punt. Fair caught. No, it is bobbled. But recovered by the return man. Mark Bettis holds on to that. And that is where the Rattlers will take over on first down at their own 30-yard line. The Rattlers, of course, are led by their quarterback, Mario Garza, who has 3 touchdown passes on the evening. 1 to Marroquin, 1 to Falcon, and 1 to Peña. So he's had a fine evening, and they're going to start it on the ground, do the Rattlers, pass the 35, bounces it out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. So good pickup on first down on the ground from the legs of Angel Galvan.
Yeah, good job turning the corner, turn on that speed once he got there. Right there on the replay. Good cut outside.
Yeah, great job, and looking for more. And he's got 2 receivers, and who's going to get it? They look at each other, caught by Marroquin at about the 25-yard line. Takes a convoy into the end zone, so a first down run, a second down bomb. And the Rattlers, once again, it just takes them 2 plays to go 70 yards. Great pitch and catch right there by Garza. And the Rattlers on the scoreboard to start the second half.
Usually in that situation, Javi, when you have 2 receivers in the same area, it's always a bad thing. But these 2 receivers are wide open, so it's pretty much, you take a pick.
63-yard pass. And I believe that was Aaron Marroquin getting his second touchdown grab of the evening. It happened so fast, and there was 2 receivers in the same vicinity. And it's weird how they looked at each other like, I got it, you got it. Marroquin makes a catch. Jogs it in for a touchdown. Quick strike by the Rio Grande City Rattler offense. And what was a tight game is kind of escaping the Wolverines' grasp right now. It is now 42 Rattlers, Wolverines 20. So with that 70-yard drive, the Rattlers are at about 366 yards of total offense. We still have an entire second half to play. 10:36 remaining here in the third quarter, PSJA Stadium. Wolverines will be receiving for the second time here in the second half. Good kick is going to sail into the end zone for a touchback. So the Wolverines' second possession will start at their own 25-yard line. That quarterback for the Wolverines is Alex Leyva, who came out on fire, completed 3 of his first 4 passes for 60 yards and has gone kind of quiet after that. The Rattlers defense putting a clamp on the quarterback. Of course, the bread and butter man for the Wolverines this evening has been their running back, Anthony Pedraza, with well over 150 yards rushing on 21 carries this evening. Expect more of the running game for the Wolverines here on their second possession of the second half, and they will run it a good gaping hole that allows the ball carrier to get all the way to the 31-yard line. And again, that is Anthony Pedraza with a good solid carry up to the 31 for 6 yards. The Wolverines with 3 receivers flanked out to the right side. Leyva asks for the ball, gives it to his running back, and another bruising run up the middle. So it's still working, Mike. What worked in the first half is working here in the second half for the Wolverines, and that is running between the tackles.
There's some good hard running right there, Anthony. Pretty much, like we said, having between the tackles right there, up the middle. A little patience right there to see what was opening. Just running hard.
And just a great job of finishing the run by Pedraza. First and 10 for the Wolverines. Leyva once again gives it to his running back, this time around the left side of the field right there, right in front of the Wolverine sideline. Another good 10 yards, and that'll be exactly 10 yards.
They're doing really good patience as well. See what's opening, turns the corner, see what's there. You're putting both hands on the ball. Want to be secure on that one.
Good ball security right there by Pedraza, turning the corner, picking up another 10 yards. Pedraza and the Wolverine rushing attack, picking up exactly where they left off in the first half. Here in the second half, second possession of the second half for the Wolverines, nearing midfield. They're going to give it to Pedraza. He does cross midfield, almost lost the ball, but falls forward at about the 49-yard line. That'll be a good 2 to 3 yard pickup for the Wolverines.
They was going to try the left side of the defense right there, but, you know, it was all covered, so good cut back to the inside.
They're going to spot it at the 47. 4-yard pickup for Pedraza. Pretty much the same formation by the Wolverines. 3 receivers to the right. This time they will elect to pass to the right. A great job right there by Leyva, hitting a streaking receiver. And that is number 88 with the reception. Big time yards for the Wolverine offense.
That was good job by 88, Daniel Martinez, streaking across that defense. Always scary when you go across that secondary right there. So you have the linebackers getting ready to hit.
You got to be focused on that one. Great job, as you mentioned, by Daniel Martinez. And on the next play, another big run. Guess who? It's Pedraza getting the job done right up the gut. Great job right there. Once again, you know, that offensive line opening up big, big holes. That defensive front of the Rattlers is a good one, but tonight the line of scrimmage is being won by the Wolverine offensive line. And another big run. Shorter variety there, maybe about a yard. That'll bring up a second down and 9 from the Rattlers' 19-yard line. Of course, this drive for the Wolverines started at their own 25-yard line. They've used up about 4 minutes of the clock. Just over 7 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. The Wolverines trying to cut into this 22-point deficit. Rattlers 42, Wolverines 20. Leyva to Pedraza once again, and Pedraza with a big bruising run all the way to the 10-yard line. Great execution. That should be enough for another Wolverine first down.
Some hard running right there by the zone read again. Good job kicking out that end right there. Just good hard running, hard-nosed football right there.
So Pedraza having a huge evening, 174 yards, 198, excuse me, on 29 carries. That's a workload right there. He must be in exceptional shape as he's going to get his 30th carry of the ball game. And I think that's going to get him over 200 yards. So after a 1-yard pickup, 2nd and 9 upcoming. Well, actually, it'll be 2nd and goal because they were sitting at the 10-yard line. They give to Pedraza. Pedraza shakes a couple defender, gets upended, lands awkwardly at about the 6-yard line.
Good cutback right there. Good eye, good vision right there. He saw that end zone just.
Yeah, that was a tough tackle right there. Number 3, Rudy Bazan Jr. laying the lumber right to Pedraza's knee. And they're going to mark him down at the 6. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and goal for the Wolverines with 5:35 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Real Sports Live.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Fishing fans, here's your chance.
Hey, talking to the Murphy dance team right there. Good job, girls, on the hard work y'all do.
Thank you. And again, great reporting by our student athletes. 3rd and goal upcoming for the Wolverines. In the backfield now is Diaz. Leyva fires, tries to get it over the top, and a great outstanding effort, out jumping everybody. Michael Munoz leaps over 2 defenders, spectacular catch, and the Wolverines have cut into the lead.
Good drop back, awesome pass. Pretty much 2 defenders, pretty much right there. Whoever wants the ball. Plain and simple.
And Munoz outleaps everybody. Great effort right there. 6-yard touchdown from Leyva to Munoz. The Wolverines tack on that extra point. So it is now 42-27 in favor of the Rattlers with 5:16 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. But Mike, the Wolverines showing great character, bouncing back and making a quick strike. 11 plays, 75 yards later. Leyva finds Munoz for a spectacular touchdown reception in the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, we can see the difference.
Now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-up, 3-down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-up, 3-down fishing tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
And usually, as we've noted, whenever you're kicking off from the south side here at PSJA Stadium into the wind, it appears that they are kicking. Yeah, it's a northern wind blowing in. That's. I even did a double take. Like, the wind is blowing from the north this evening.
Go for it.
So that is why they are kind of pooch punting it, pooch kicking it, and it's a high one. Fair caught by the Rattlers at the 36-yard line. Now that was interesting, Mike. He made the fair catch, but it appeared somebody else was gonna make the catch. Now, is that a delay of game? You call for a fair catch and somebody else catches it? I would think so.
I was on a penalty if you fair catch and take off running. I think that's what happened with Rio, but I guess I'm wrong.
Well, no. The correct man who asked for the fair catch caught it, but it appeared somebody else was going to catch it for him.
Oh.
And I think that would be a delay of game. But in either case, it didn't happen. I'm just wondering a big old what if out there. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rattlers, a high potent offense at their own 36-yard line. I don't think it matters where the Rattlers start a possession, and they're going to come out throwing it, maybe double pass. No, they're going to swing it out to a receiver. He's going to get his way all the way to the 48-yard line. So when you think about it, that's actually good defense on this Rattler offense, containing them only to 12 yards. But still, the Rattlers already nearing midfield, and they're back to action. 26 on the play clock, and they snap it rather quickly. Maybe they snapped it too quickly.
A little too fast. I don't think the receivers were set yet.
Ball start on number 14 of the offense. Be a 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
It's been a well-played game, Mike. I believe that is barely the 4th penalty. 3 going against the Rattlers and 1 just against the Wolverines. A very well-played football game this evening. And the Rattlers, after that penalty, are going to bust another big run, passing midfield, getting the penalty yards back, stepping out of bounds as the ball carrier getting to the 44-yard line. That was Mark Bettis with a good burst right there. So Bettis gets from the 43, his own 43, to the Wolverines' 44-yard line for another first down. 2 plays, 2 first downs for the Rattlers. We're going to have a little break. I'm not sure what we're discussing. I think they're discussing, Mike, how great that first down marker looks. The 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, I guess a yard marker, if you will.
The box.
That's pretty. It's electric. It's not that old school,
The flip.
'em. So we're going to resume play. 1st and 10 for the Rattlers at the Wolverines' 44-yard line. Rattlers not content. They're going to pass it some more, but the quarterback gets bottled up in the backfield for a quarterback sack. Mario Garza tackled down at the midfield, right at the 50-yard line. So great defensive effort. I believe that is the first tackle for a loss by the Wolverine defense, their first negative play.
I think it was by number 51, John Balderas with that sack. Good job on that one.
6-yard loss on the quarterback sack. The Wolverine defense starting to come to life here. Later stages of the 3rd quarter, another great pressure on the quarterback, but they set up the screen beautifully after the reception. Number 12, avoiding some defenders, gets his way all the way to the 32-yard line, but there is a penalty flag sitting at the 41. This one may be coming back for holding or illegal man downfield. So a big, we just, again, we compliment on these teams not having too many penalties. Then we get a big old 15-yard variety right there. That'll push back the Rattlers all the way to the 49-yard line. Spot foul, though. And the Rattlers trying trying to get around the left edge and upended. Great tackle right there by the Wolverines. Jarrett Amato upending the ball carrier. Getting some of those penalty yards back are the Rattlers. So that's going to set up a 3rd and 9 after that 8-yard pickup. Ball sitting again at the 44-yard line. The receivers out wide to the right. Garza looks that way, under pressure, escapes from the pocket. He slides down. I think he slid a little early. They're going to give him, no, they're going to give him the spot where he did slide, and that is at the 35-yard line. So it'll be 4th and about half a yard for the Rattlers at the 35-yard line. Got to get to the 34, and they do. Leaning forward is their running back, who falls forward, Mark Bettis, to the 31-yard line. And that'll be a first down for the Rattlers once again. This drive for the Rattlers, more of a methodical drive, started at the 36-yard line, one of their longer drives. This is play number 7. Garza fires, finds a man wide open at the 24-yard line. Making the reception is number 13 for the Rattlers, Jorge Peña. I believe that is his 2nd reception of the evening. 11 yards on that pass play. And on a new set of downs, the Rattlers punch it all the way to the 16-yard line. That brings up a 2nd and 6 for the Rattlers as they try to extend this lead. A minute and a half remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Rattlers 42, Wolverines 27. Mario Garza has the Rattler offense on the move once again, looking to add more points. Throws the ball way deep to the corner of the end zone. He had a receiver wide open, and Ricky Falcon just, Garza, something we haven't really seen all evening, just really misfired on a wide open opportunity right there. He'd like to have that pass back.
Yeah, kind of miscalculated where he was at, but you know what, regardless, I mean, if you look at the Rattlers, I mean, they're still running their offense. You know, they're trying to get the ball down as fast as they can, you know, so the defense can come in, stop them, and score again.
We got to remember, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's still a lot of game left. And that pass is going to be incomplete, so 2 incomplete passes in a row. That's going to bring up a 4th down upcoming for the Rattlers as they sit at the Wolverines 16-yard line. Rattlers going for it on 4th down. Garza rolls out to his left, fires, has a man at the 8-yard line. I'm not sure how he hung on to that ball. Great reception right there by J.C. Nunez, who was draped by a defender, but somehow managed to come up with a reception. That'll be 1st and goal, and quickly the Rattlers are at the line of scrimmage, not wasting any time. Garza looks, fires, has a man wide open, and that is a Rattler touchdown. He's going to go back to J.C. Nunez. He rewards him after making a fine reception by giving him a touchdown reception from 7 yards out. The Rattlers extend their lead over the Wolverines.
A little different from the Rattlers, you know, pretty much took their time. Well, I guess, you know what, because of penalties, they took their time. If it wasn't for that, they would have scored within 10 seconds again.
The Rattlers will add the extra point after that extra point is successful. So with 50 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter, the Rattlers up now 49-27 over PSJA Memorial. So the Rattlers and Mario Garza now with 295 yards passing, add on 159 yards rushing. Galvan only needs 6 more for the Rattlers to break the century mark. You know, they have 454 total yards. An outstanding job offensively. And the Wolverines are about to receive a kickoff. And they have 300 yards, so a lot of yards. A lot of points put up this evening here at beautiful PSJA Stadium.
Good kick by the Rattlers. Was able to Wolverines filled it pretty nicely. You know what? Good job by the kickoff team. RGC getting down the field, stopping right before the 20, the 19-yard line.
He's marked at the 19-yard line, 15-yard return. Wolverines will have a 1st and 10 with 42 seconds to go in the 3rd period of play.
So it'll be Alexis Leva's turn to see if he can match the Rattler quarterback, Mario Garza. I mean, run by Omar Diaz around the right side, and he breaks it all the way up to almost the 40-yard line. So huge run on 1st down by Diaz. 20-yard pickup.
See right there, good job. You know, I think he was taking up the middle, but decided, you know what, let me cut it outside. Good hard running right there.
Yeah, great job by Diaz. Bouncing it to the outside, using his speed. Picks up 20 yards. He hobbles off the field, though. Let's see who we have at running back, and I believe it is Pedraza who's going to come back. He was a bit banged up last series. They're going to give it to him. Shows no sign of weakness there as he muscles his way up to about the 47-yard line. So the duo of Pedraza and Diaz getting it done for the Wolverines. 8-yard pickup on 1st down.
That play takes us to the end of the 3rd period of play. Your score, the Rattlers 49, the Wolverines.
Good running up the middle, good hard running. And we can see some, you know, like we mentioned, or we saw with the last running back, you know, there's a lot of cramps happening, Javi. I mean, it just, you know, it poured earlier.
Yeah.
So it's a little I mean,
It
the
is
weather's
humid. Yeah.
it's 79, but you know, the humidity's probably like at 1,000. So
It's, well, a little bit less than that, Mike. I mean, you know, it's 76% humidity, but it feels like 1,000. It's, you know, it's still in the mid 80s, and you know, it's South Texas. It's, you know, you're gonna have the humidity. It's October, but no sign of fall yet.
next week maybe, Javi.
I hope so. We're supposed to be receiving a cold front, as you mentioned earlier.
Might be a cool front, but something.
Any wind, any breeze from the northern side is a bit of relief, and that's what we need, because we had a scorching summer that's extended, you know, pretty much up until these last few days here in early part of October. And the Wolverines on 1st down, first play from scrimmage here in the 4th quarter will be another good run, another great job by that offensive front. And Pedraza continues to mount to his rushing count right now. Well over 200 yards already for that young man.
Up the middle, pretty much good job on the line getting the push. I think they were like 5 yards down the field already. We mentioned before that, you know, that O-line, don't mention them too much, but you know, right now we're giving them props for what they're blocking right now.
They deserve a lot of praise this evening, opening up big holes for both running backs, Pedraza and Diaz. Minimal gain, though, on 1st down for the Wolverines. That'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Wolverines right now at the Rattlers' 42-yard line. Leyva gets a snap, looks to his left, fires. That ball may have been tipped at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete pass. Valderas was the intended receiver. Never got to him, though. That brings up a 3rd and long upcoming for the Wolverine offense. Couple receivers split out on each side of Leyva, but instead they're going to give the ball right up the middle. Not much doing that time. Good stout defense by the Rattlers. That's going to set up a fourth and 8. So 4th and long. Let's see if the Wolverines go for it. They're sitting at the 41-yard line. They've gone for it twice, Mike, on 4th down. Both times they got stopped. Both times they elected to pass, and both times the quarterback was sacked.
Yeah, they've been twice in this situation, Javi, where they've been, you know, in a situation where they really can't punt it and too long for a field goal. So, you know, they decided to go for it. But, you know, RGC did a good job of last time blitzing everybody, you know, to prevent them from getting the yard. I think it was even the same thing, 4th and 8. So let's see what they decide to do here.
Yeah, very similar situations. And as you mentioned, you know, is it worth punting? If you punt the ball, maybe you gain about 20 yards. You know, and have the Rattlers get it at about the 20, 15-yard line. So it's worth the risk, especially when you throw by 22 with 10:23 remaining in the ball game. Try to get that offense going, continue to move the ball. Of course, this drive started at the Wolverines' 19-yard line. 2 first downs later, they have the ball at the 41. And Alex Leyva with 84 yards passing on the evening. Tremendous night of rushing by Anthony Pedraza with 222 yards. And they've done a great job. They've done a great job of moving the ball. Omar Diaz with 27 yards rushing. The Wolverines appear to be going for it. And the quarterback gets hit as he throws it. The intended receiver was Munoz. And that'll be an incomplete pass, folks. So the 3rd time is not the charm for the Wolverines on 4th down. They will give it over on downs once again. So the Rattlers will take over at their own 41-yard line. See if Garza is still out there at quarterback for the Rattlers. 10 minutes remaining in the ball game. Rattlers up comfortably, 49-27. We do have a new quarterback, a new running back, but that doesn't make a difference for the Rattlers. A lot of speed on that team. I tell you what, number 1, Alan Garcia bursts around the far sideline, running right in front of his own bench, sparking the offense. Play started at the 41. Garcia just sprints around everybody. Fresh legs for the Rattlers, and it proves dividends. Pays dividends right there as the Rattlers move all the way to the 22-yard line of the Wolverines. At quarterback now for the Rattlers is Michael Ramos. They're going to keep it on the ground, get to the Wolverines' 15-yard line. So another gain right there of 7 yards.
New quarterback, new running back for Grande, but it seems like they're still producing the same thing. You know, want to score as quick as they can.
Same result. The ground attack working on this possession for the Rattlers. In the legs of Alan Garcia, the quarterback is going to elect to pass, and it is incomplete. From my vantage point, I couldn't tell if he caught it in bounds. I never really saw the official make a gesture, whether it was incomplete or a touchdown. So it'll be a fine effort right there by the quarterback, trying to get it to his receiver, but an incomplete pass. I'll tell you what, Mario Garza did an outstanding job throwing the ball. He's a junior. And filling in for him right now is Michael Ramos. And he's a senior. So a lot of depth over there in Rio Grande City right now.
Hi, I'm Coach Nava with Westago East High School. Thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
295 yards passing. Got a wealth of receivers. Marroquin leading the pack right now with 93 yards receiving. The quarterback gives it to Garcia. Garcia again around the right edge. Leans forward, gets bumped out of bounds at about the 9-yard line.
6-yard pickup will be first and goal Rattlers.
And the Rattlers are going to have first and goal. Of course, right now we have Michael Ramos at quarterback for the Rattlers. The running play buckled up in the backfield, but eluding a couple of defenders and off to the races. Dives forward, maybe gains a yard. The very hard-fought yard. Should have been a tackle for a loss, but instead, Angel Galvan, I believe with that run, maybe at the century mark.
Pretty much went to the left side, had nothing there, pretty much turned around. Like how you said, how he should have gone the other way. He did go the other way, but only gained a yard on that one. So
they're going to spot him down at the 8. Galvan actually, Angel Galvan is 5 yards shy of 100. Passing the ball are the Rattlers, and throwing it to heavy coverage is the quarterback Ramos. 3 defenders out there. 2 receivers are in the vicinity, Peña and Galvan. Incomplete pass, great defensive coverage right there by the Wolverines, forces the Rattlers into a 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line.
good pocket for the quarterback. Good job by number 1, Jacob Amato, being right there.
Yeah, great defensive effort right there, knocking the ball down. And he gives it to Garcia. Tries to spin around a couple of defenders. He may have been better off utilizing his speed around the edge, but instead he runs right into a defender. That was number 62 for the Wolverines. Victor Martinez making the tackle. So it'll be 4th and goal from the 7. From the 6, excuse me. Rattlers are going for it. Ramos drops back, gets flushed out of the pocket, tries to find a receiver, fires, and it's going to sail over everyone's head. Intended receiver was Galvan. Incomplete pass, so the Wolverines are going to take over on downs as they stop the Rattlers cold at the 6-yard line. And that is where the Wolverines will take over. Wolverines right now trying to manufacture some more offense as they trail 49-27, 7:48 remaining in the ball game. Wolverines with 2 timeouts, so Rattlers still have all 3 here in the second half. So in the shadows of their own end zone are the Wolverines. They're going to test the running game once again and busting it loose. Doing a great job are the Wolverines as Omar Diaz picks up real good yardage on that play.
Yeah, he did a good job of just pretty much, went inside, took it outside, give him a chance to get more breathing room. As an offense, you never want to be, within 5 yards of your own end zone. So, good job of taking him out there. A little bit more manageable stuff that you can call.
It'll be 2nd and 1 upcoming for the Wolverines after that 9-yard pickup. Great run by Omar Diaz. And they're going to run it with Diaz once again. Barrels over a defender. More than enough for a first down. Spotted at the 20-yard line. So Diaz on 2 carries has 14 yards and has the Wolverines on the move. Leyva gets his offensive unit back to the line of scrimmage quickly. 20 on the play clock. They need to have some urgency here if they want to get back in this ball game. And another big run around the edge. He picks up a blocker late at 50, the 40. Can they catch him? And they do. Just running out of steam. After he crosses midfield was Diaz. Chased by a few Rattlers, dragged down at about the 26-yard line, but a big-time pickup right there by Omar Diaz.
Good job cutting it outside. I mean, he was trying to go inside. Saw the hole outside, decided to go. Kept on going. Didn't look sideways, just was going forward.
After that big run by Diaz, Diaz now with 95 yards rushing. Do we have a penalty? Or are they discussing where he may have gone out of bounds?
Forced collar tackle. Be a full 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So after a huge run by Diaz, gets tackled at the 26, a big personal foul on the Rattlers. That'll move the ball all the way to the 11-yard line. 54 yards on that play by Diaz, nearing the century mark. The Wolverines now have a total of 388 yards of total offense, with 304 of those. Well, there's a correction. It's half the distance to the goal, so it'll be at the 13, not at the 11. A 13-yard penalty instead of a 15-yarder. Over 200 yards, over 300 yards rushing for the Wolverines this evening. But on that play, they are hit right at the line of scrimmage. Not much going on there, so it'll be 2nd and 10 upcoming for the Wolverines at the Rattler 13-yard line. Wolverines are huddling up. They quickly break their huddle as there's about 6.5 minutes remaining in this ball game. They trail by a few scores, so they got to get in the end zone quickly. And a big run once again, eluding defenders and barreling into the end zone. Are they going to say he is in, or is he knocked down at the 1? Touchdown Wolverines. Pedraza doing it all this evening. Uses his speed to get around the edge and then his power to get into the end zone.
Good job being patient right there. You got to get up to the line again. Pretty much he saw one defender to beat. You know what? Put my shoulder down. He would not be denied.
Beautiful finish right there. All night long I've been complimenting on how well he finishes runs. And that is a fine example of how to do it, kids. You guys are watching. Be relentless. Get yourself in the end zone. The extra point will be successful, so PSJA Memorial has cut it to a 2-score deficit.
Once again, right there, pretty much on the outside, he sees the end zone. He sees the end zone. One defender to beat. You can put my shoulder down. Good job. Good hard run right there.
So after that, I'm sorry, Mike, go ahead.
Oh, that defender is going to remember him now.
We're going to send it downstairs to Ms. Jasmine Villegas for a break.
Hi, I'm here with Editor-in-Chief Vanessa Diaz and Club's Editor Alondra Garcia. So, what awesome things are to come for the yearbook this year?
You can now order your yearbook at justinyearbooks.com with a $20 deposit for $75.
Awesome.
You can also look for photos taken throughout the school year on the Wolverine Facebook page.
Okay, thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you there. Fine reporting. And, of course, that's the sales pitch right there. I was tempted to buy one. $20 down. You can get the whole yearbook for $75. That's a steal. You know, making memories, remembering those memories. Best way to do it, by buying your yearbook. So the Wolverines use 5 plays, Mike. They move the ball 94 yards, capped off by a Pedraza 13-yard touchdown run. Great effort by that offense. Now, if their defense can just step up and get a stop, they can get themselves right in this ball game. They trail by 2 scores, 49-34, with 6:23 remaining in the ball game. And as we mentioned, that wind-aided kick from the north. Northern wind coming in this evening to PSJA Stadium. That ball is booted into the end zone for a kickback, for a touchback, excuse me. And that is where the Rattlers will take over at their own 25-yard line. Now it's going to be interesting. Do you leave in the backups or do you bring in your starting crew back as the Wolverines have cut into the lead?
I think they're still going to stick with the crew they had this last time. I think there was number 7.
Yes.
And number 1 for the running back for RGC. So, you know, they still got positive yards. Everything looked good. Going to stick with it. And we have there Angel Galvan, number 23. You know, still running hard as usual.
Yeah, Galvan needed just a handful of yards to get over 100. Picks up about 13 on that carry. So he's over 100 yards. So I believe we have 3 ball carriers over 100 yards this evening. Galvan for the Rattlers with over 100 yards rushing. And on the Wolverine side, Pedraza with over 200 yards rushing. And Omar Diaz also over the 100-yard barrier. Old school football, I love it. Running, I'd rather see a team run the ball 80 times rather than passing it 80 times. But that's just me.
A dangerous pass right there, Javi. Too many green jerseys,
Yes.
but he tried to thread it too, and number 26 almost had a chance to pick it off and score for the Wolverines.
Yeah, that would have been a huge break for the Wolverines. Plenty of time, but the Wolverines are desperate defensively here to get a stop or force a turnover. Big gaping hole up the middle. It closes quickly though. Wolverines recover quickly. There was a lot of running room right there. The ball carrier manages to get to the 45-yard line. That brings up a 3rd and 4. So it's a golden opportunity for the Wolverines to force a punt. The Rattlers at the 45-yard line need to get to the first down marker that sits at the 49. A little bit more deliberate are the Rattlers coming out of the huddle. Play clock at 10 seconds. A pass is caught, and muscling his way after the reception is the Rattler receiver. Aaron Marroquin was hit about a yard short of the first down, but breaks a tackle or two and gets all the way to the Wolverine 41-yard line. Big time play right there by Marroquin after the catch. And that'll be the first completion by Michael Ramos, relieving the starting quarterback Mario Garza. Back to the ground are the Rattlers. Lot of green jerseys, much better job right there, but still a positive play for the Rattlers as they pick up 3 to 4 yards on first down. Rattlers back up to up-tempo football, and they lose a fumble, and that is exactly what I was talking about. Lightning in a bottle, folks. You never know. Can't count out the Wolverines with 4:14 remaining in the ball game. They force a turnover, have excellent field position at their own 41-yard line. The Wolverines force the Rattlers into their second turnover of the ball game.
That's a good job by the D. Just keep on going, keep on going. Something's gonna happen, and it did.
Well, we asked for it, and the Wolverines force a turnover. Alex Leyva will try to lead the Wolverines to a great comeback, and on first down, a big gaping hole provided by the offensive line. Omar Diaz bursts through that, gets all the way to the 48-yard line, so there's life here at Wolverines.
Good job hitting that hole real hard right there. Good job running the ball. Just hard-nosed football right there.
Yes, it is. Beautiful to watch. 7 yards on first down, 2nd and 3. That allows the Wolverines to really put pressure on the Rattler defense. They can run it. They can pass it. Two receivers split out to each side of Leyva. He's got a running back flanked to his right side. Gets a snap. He's going to pass. They set up a bubble screen to Munoz. Breaks through. He's got a lot of running room. The 35-30, 25-20. It's a foot race. 10-5. Touchdown Munoz. I tell you what, great setup. Great blocking downfield. Bubble screen set up to perfection. Leyva throws a strike. Munoz utilizes his speed. Touchdown Wolverines. It's a game, folks. Wolverines are within 9.
Good job, but they're easy hitch pass. You know what? You have to get up to the receivers right there. Good job, Munoz. Just turn on the speed right there. He can sense it, but he really wanted that touchdown. Good job overall. Play call, pass, run, blocking. Can't ask for anything more.
52-yard strike. Leyva to Munoz. The extra point is good. So the Wolverines have cut it to within one score, 49-41. I never would have imagined this type of score when we first walked into the stadium. 3:26 remaining. The Wolverines are a stop, a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion away from pulling out what may be a miracle here in early October. Leyva with 4 touchdown passes on the evening. He came into this ball game with only 4 touchdowns thrown. He's doubled that. He's got 8 on the year. He's doing an outstanding job. And of course, you got to give a lot of credit to the speedster, Michael Munoz. Turns on the afterburners. Leyva now with 136 yards passing, 4 touchdown passes. Michael Munoz with 97 yards receiving on just 4 receptions. So the Wolverines are staging a tremendous comeback as they trail by 8. Not a game left. I'm smelling overtime. The onside kick by the kicker is just kicked a little bit too firm. That's going to sail out of bounds, and the Rattlers will take over. I believe they're going to do it right around midfield.
Kick out of bounds. The offended team will take option B, which is 5 yards in advance of the out-of-bounds spot. First down.
So they're going to mark it after the penalty at the Rattlers' 47-yard line. Let's see if the Wolverine defense can come up with another gem and force a turnover. A quick 3 and out on first down. A big running lane. Penalty flag flies. It's probably a holding call. That should bring back this run of about 13 yards by Angel Galvan. called early in the backfield. Usually in the backfield, it is a holding call. Well, there's going to be some sort of discussion here.
The penalty is going to be a holding, previous spot enforcement, 10-yard penalty. We'll repeat the down.
So it'll be 1st and 20. I'm not sure they spotted the ball at the right location, though.
Clock operator, please reset the clock to 3-1-3.
The Rattlers had 1st and 10 at the 48. It's a holding call that happened in the backfield, which means it's a 10-yard penalty, but they marked off 11 yards, I believe. Well, if you're a Wolverine fan, you'll take it.
We're trying to let the referees know, but I don't think they can hear us, Javi.
Well, let's hope they can't. Well, maybe they did. Okay, but I think the best thing is they did get it correct. So after that 10-yard penalty, it'll be at the 38-yard line. 1st and 20 now. Oh, they're still talking about it. As they say in baseball, as we start the playoffs this evening, you know, play ball. I think we will as soon as the line judge gets back into formation. 3:13 remaining in the ball game. The ball game still in doubt. The Wolverines trying to stage a great comeback. Back at quarterback is Garza. He loses a couple defenders, crosses the line of scrimmage, so he is knocked out of bounds, and they will stop the clock. The ball carrier Garza flips out of the pocket back into the lineup. Gets out at the 41-yard line, just a 3-yard pickup, so that'll bring up a 2nd and 16. A 4-yard pickup, excuse me.
Gotta give it up to that defense on that side. Looked like he could have run for a little bit more, but closed in on that. The quarterback.
Garza flips it out quickly, and the ball carrier, or should have been the ball carrier, the intended receiver, Aaron Maruquin, was looking upfield, licking his chops, trying to get a big yards, but instead he drops it, brings up 3rd and 17. This is a game right here for the Wolverines. Their defense has got to rise to the occasion. And you hear the fan support yelling and screaming. They need a defensive stop. Great coverage right there by KTRI. And the quarterback, Garza, drops back, sets up a screen. A lot of running room. Can he pick up a blocker? Heads it upfield. He's got one man to beat. Turns it upfield. Stumbles forward. And what a great run after the catch by Galvan on that short pass. He needed 17. He got 18. 1st down, Rattlers at the Wolverines 41-yard line. Mike, not saying it's over, but that was a big backbreaker right there. They could have forced the Rattlers to punt, and with 2 timeouts remaining, in all essence, the Rattlers are perhaps a 1st down away from sealing the deal here at PSJA Stadium. New set of downs. Quarterback keeper shrugs off of a defender, bowls over a couple more. The man is possessed, I tell you what. Halloween right around the corner. Wow, what a run by Mario Garza. He wants to win, and he wants to win bad. Takes matters into his own hands. Bullies over a couple defenders.
Officials timeout.
But that pretty much, he has the tackle right there. Shrugs him
Get
off
off
like
me, kid.
nothing. then pretty much goes up the middle. Stiff
Said,
arms.
who can I run over? Okay, you get out of my way. Finally dragged down by a couple defenders. I tell you what, on Monday we had a great show about bullying here. I don't think that man was invited, Mario Garza. He should have been out here for that one.
I think he didn't go to school that day, I guess.
Yeah, he should have been here. He should have. Well, I'm never going to say you should skip school, but, Hopefully he gets to watch the video sometime this weekend. Because here at PSJA, we do not promote any type of bullying.
That's right, Javi.
What a run, though.
You're watching Rio Sports Live. Go! The kids are headed back to school. It's time to get internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. For a limited time only, get your standard installation at no cost to you. Start the school year off with a service provider you can trust by calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Of course, the Rattlers, all they're trying to do is run out the clock. 1:58 remaining in the ball game. They need 1 yard to move the chains once again. The Wolverines are probably going to do a run blitz, go all out here. It's all or nothing for the Wolverine defense on second down. They can ill afford to give up any more first downs. So we're at a standstill right here. 15 on the play clock, a minute and a half on the game clock. Of course, the Wolverines have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Finally, everybody's set with 8 seconds on the play clock. They're going to give it to their running back. Big running room around the right side, and that should do it. A first down by the Rattlers running back, Galvan, to the 26-yard line. And the timeout is called. But that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Rattlers as they cling to a 49-41 lead. It's outstanding football, Mike, by the PSJA Memorial Wolverines. Last week I had some doubts. I said, well, you know what? Maybe Pace overlooked them. They took it easy on the Wolverines. But I tell you what, the Wolverines have turned the corner. They really have. They look so much better. And they're there. They're fighting. They're within a touchdown from tying this ball game. And it's a big turnaround. Coach Brown has a lot to be proud of. The record doesn't show it, but I tell you what, I think he's got this program in the right direction.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, progress. I mean, that's what it is. You always want to see progress with the team. You never want to go the opposite direction. But right now Wolverines are fighting. Right now offense is clicking. Defense is there also, but you got to give it to RGC. They do have an outstanding offense. So
yes, they do.
Defense is doing what they can. But overall, good, awesome game, both sides.
And throwing the ball again are the Rattlers, and they're going to rattle themselves all the way into, but no, a loose ball. I don't know how that one was stripped. That one was stripped from behind. That's the kind of stuff you see at the shopping mall. I mean, a pickpocket right there. Grabs a ball, jars it loose. I was about to call a touchdown, but the Rattlers do recover the ball. And that'll be a first down with a minute exactly remaining in the ball game. And I am assuming the Rattlers are going to go into victory formation as they have a 49-41 lead. So that'll put Garza at about 340 yards passing on the evening, 337.
Timeout, Memorial.
Officially.
Their third and final timeout of the half.
So the Wolverines call their final timeout with 46 seconds remaining. Very well played football game. Minimal penalties. Great action. lot of big plays. Everybody got their price of admission tonight. And the Rattlers break the huddle after this timeout. I'm sure the head official there is giving everybody instructions. Hey guys, it's keep it clean here the last 46 seconds. Let's not let tempers flare. The officiating crew has done a great job this evening. That's a rarity. You rarely say that. I think the first time I ever compliment the officials.
You're right, Javi?
And a kneel down by the Rattler quarterback, Mario Garza, all the way back to the 8-yard line. Maybe that's why he doesn't have so many rushing yards, because he loses a lot on those kneel downs. 28 seconds. I don't think we're going to need another play. The play clock is off. We're at 20 seconds, so both teams start congratulating each other, and as they should, a very well-played football game here at PSJA Stadium. Great effort by these two District 16-5A Division I ball clubs. Just somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to take the L. And this evening, Rio Grande City will improve to 4-1 in district with a 49-41 win over our PSJA Memorial Wolverines. On behalf of Mike, Damian, I'm Javi Martinez. We're going to send it downstairs to Pedro for his closing remarks. Thank you.